This king's name was Rai Bular. So Rai Bular took Nanak to the mosque and the prayer started. And as everybody was bowing and bending, he kept standing up. After the prayer was over, Rai Bular got angry with him and said, "You are a liar. You are a hypocrite. You told me you will do prayer with me, but you didn't." And the Nanak said, "I would have prayed with you if you were praying." He said, "Well, now this is going too far. You are insulting a king. What do you mean I wasn't praying?" And he said, "Rai Bular, while your head was actually bowing, your heart was in Kabul striking a deal of the white horses. Is it true or not? Hadn't your mind gone to Kabul to buy horses for yourself?" But he was not ready to give up. He said, "Okay, fine. You couldn't pray with me. You are right. I was buying horses. But the Qaji, the mullah of the mosque, you could have prayed with him." He said, "Well, I could have done with him too. But his horse has given birth this morning, and he was worried that the little child of that horse may not fall into the ditch because he had forgotten to tie him when he came to the masjid." Ask him, was he praying or thinking about the newly born child of that horse? You see the dimension? How we act outside to the Creator, but inside we don't care what we are doing. A Bairagi means who has learned the perfect art of being an actor with the world. And always true to be him. So we learned that last week. We said, "Sach rate sada bairagi, haume maar milavanaya." And then the final miracle happens. The day you learn this art, the biggest problem of humanity, egoism, haume, comes under your control because your haume exists with respect to the other on the outside. Haume has become so near and dear to us, we divide when there is nobody else outside. We divide ourselves into two. And then we start talking within ourselves. One becomes a pro, the other becomes a con, and we start arguing. Because ego sustains only when it has somebody to argue. But if you are an actor in the outside, but always with him from inside, that monkey also dies down. Because now there is no need to have two because you are with him. The inner chatter dies. No need to maintain that ego any longer. Where is this all happening? See, this is not an outside game at all. Antar ratan mile milaya, trebid mansa trebid maya, pad pad pandit joni thakke chauthe pad ki sar na pavanaya. This is the inner game. Antar, inside. Ratan, the diamond. The true diamond. When that becomes known to you, because this is a very common question I'm asked. You keep on saying, look inside. I close my eyes and there is no light there. I don't see anything inside. What do you mean by sight? Look inside. And the answer is, the inside darkness continues within you because you have not ever tried to light that lamp, to bring them from hiding. Chinese philosophy says, Chinese Zenism says that you will have to break 7 layers from within, starting with the first layer, which is your body. And when you reach the 7th, so that's why if you go to a Chinese market, you can find the wooden cubes which are 7 in numbers. One cube fits perfectly inside the other. It's a symbol of 7 layers of consciousness. When you reach the 7th layer, the light will be visible to you. Then you will see the real diamond. Antar ratan mile milaya, trebhadmansa trebhadmaya. But that's not what you do. What you do? Say trebhad. 3 layers of consciousness. You stay in those 3 layers, which is tamo, rajo and sato. Physical, emotional and intellectual. You never go to the spiritual. You never worried about it. You never think about it. You never talk about it. Either you think of the self or you think of the family. At best, you may think of the rest of the world. And you think you have achieved everything. How good to be. That's why people like Mother Teresa are actually ordained as saints. Because she was thinking of the world, not just where she was born. That's our logic. But that's not where the spirituality is. Spirituality is beyond this illusionary. It is the 4th level. Trebhadamansa trebhadmaya. Stay locked into the dimension of the 3. Pad pad pandit moni thakke chauthe pad ki sar na jaamne na paamne. You never go to the 4th dimension. Chautha pad means the 4th dimension. Nobody talks about it, nobody thinks about it, and very few know about it. Because they are so much lost into these 3 dimensions, they cannot break away. Api range rang chadaye, se jan rate gur shabd rangaye, har rang chadaya, at apara har ras gur kamane. There are few who have this grace, who have this blessing, that they actually go to the 4th level. Se jan rate gur shabd rangaye. Those beings who use the power of the word, and with the help of that power, they keep on peeling these layers one at a time. And when they do that, what happens? Har rang chadaya at apara. That's all they talk about. That's all they dream about. That's all they think about. No other subject, no other discussion, no other conversation, no other entertainment, no other enjoyment. The mind is not to be distracted to anything else.